JustFlight have previewed FSTraffic for the first time in video format, allowing us to get a wonderful insight into this payware traffic add-on for Microsoft Flight Sim on PC. On top of that, we've got some more aircraft news, so I'll be sharing this all with you today, but first, a message from our sponsor. Do you want to learn how to legally fly this close to the Statue of Liberty? Or how about learn to use the world around you to successfully navigate in true VFR fashion? Well, FSAcademy has you covered. Developed by a real airline captain, FSAcademy brings flight tutorial missions over to Microsoft Flight Sim on PC and Xbox in an authentic, easy to use manner, complete with detailed voice instructions and in-depth manuals. Best yet, you can get 30% off all FSAcademy packs via the in-game marketplace between the 5th and 12th of August now. Check out their website below. Happy flying. Okay, so I'm very happy to have FSAcademy as one of my first channel sponsors. You can read more down below. But without further delay, let us get right into the news. So we're going to kick it off with FSTraffic by JustFlight. They've released a video on their YouTube channel about 2 minutes long, and I'll be playing it in the background now. And as you can see, we're getting a good look into what FSTraffic is. Now, I've talked about it many times on my channel before because I personally am really looking forward to it, and I know a lot of you are as well. As far as we know so far, sadly, it will only be coming to PC at the moment. I don't believe JustFlight will be able to release it on Xbox in Xbox's current format, unless there's some sort of workaround that I'm not aware to. Now, as you can see, the modelling is pretty good. There are a few imperfections, such as the Air India 787 at London Heathrow's airport. But aside from that, it does look really good. It's giving us a good glimpse into all the different aircraft, liveries, and everything else we have. It's also giving us a glimpse into the system they've made. So hopefully, by what we're seeing, it's not necessarily fully based on the AI traffic system already put in by Asobo. I'm just looking myself, and by the looks of it, everything seems a bit more composed. You know, speeds on taxiways seem to be a bit more realistic when compared to speeds on runways. There's even varying speeds on taxiways, which gives me a bit of hope. And it seems that the aircraft integrate themselves with ground services pretty well. I did say the video is 2 minutes, it's actually 1 minute 25, so I've probably had to play it twice while I've been talking about it, but all in all, it looks very good. While we don't get a full takeoff roll, we do get a look at a Hawaiian A330, departing, I'm guessing, from Hawaii. It seems to be a pretty realistic takeoff, so that's a good thing. It's not too steep and it's not too shallow, so it seems that they've nailed some parts of it. But as I said, as shown by the Air India 787 at London's Heathrow Airport, with the white flickering in the engine, there's still some time to go. But all in all, it looks very exciting. Jetways, as I've already said, seem to connect up pretty well, and there's nothing that sticks out as being bad, which is only a good thing. JustFlight themselves has said there's still some time to go in terms of development for this new AI traffic program. But aside from that, this video shows the program up and running and gives you a glimpse of what's in store. I'm personally very excited for it, and as I've said, I'd prefer for it to run better than look slightly better. You know, performance over looks, in my opinion. Of course, there are extremes to that. And we also get confirmation in the comments by John from JustFlight that it should work with VATSIM, and VATSIM model matching is planned. That's a big thing, that's something to get excited for, so it will be working with VATSIM, it's been confirmed. All in all, a very promising add-on, just well done to the JustFlight team. But we've now got some more news from them. It's a very JustFlight orientated video today. They've released some screenshots of their FSAcademy F28 fellowship. Of course, the famous Dutch airliner that doesn't see too much use today, but still flies in some parts of the world. Of course, FSAcademy themselves went bankrupt in the late 1990s. So no more of these aircraft have been produced, although I was reading about a company that did try and restart production. They were even called FSAcademy, but spelt backwards, in 2010, I believe. Obviously didn't get anywhere, but an interesting fact there nonetheless. Now, looking in the cockpit, you can see massive improvements. It's looking really good. I do find the FSAcademy cockpits are always very colourful, and the F28 is no exception. It looks beautiful, I have to say. They've really worked on this, and it's nice to see a great update. There are some areas areas that JustFlight clearly need to work on in terms of areas looking a bit untextured, but modelling and texturings came on well. They've even been to Focker's Technical College, which I believe is owned by KLM now, and visited a real F28 cockpit, so it's clear this work has paid off. This will be payware and it should be coming to both PC and eventually Xbox, but time will always tell. I'm excited for it. It's a beautiful aircraft, an interesting aircraft. The links of the source for this information are down below. Now moving from JustFlight to DC Designs, they've released their classic Friday update on their aircraft, this one focusing on the Harrier jump jet. As you can see, DC Designs have been very busy with their Harrier, a lot of effort into improving the cockpit, and he says now 50% of all decals for markings are complete and most of the switches are now animated. It's looking much better than it did a few weeks ago and the cockpit's really coming along well. DC Designs aren't known for the sort of highest fidelity aircraft, but are known for affordable, good performing aircraft, so I'm sure the Harrier will be no exception, and it will certainly be interesting to see how they model its VTOL capabilities. It will be payware and it should be coming to both PC and Xbox. And finally, for you World War II nuts, we've got a Messerschmitt Bf109 coming along. Now, Flying Iron Simulations previewed this, of course, famous Nazi Germany fighter plane on their Discord. It was actually a really successful plane, even after the war, and was eventually built on Spanish license, I guess, to disassociate it with Germany. Saw some use in air forces such as the Romanian Air Force after World War II, which I still find quite interesting. Anyway, let's get into what Flying Iron Simulations have said. As you can see from the photos, very early days, but of course you're getting that very iconic Messerschmitt Bf109 design. The previews are of course just renders, they're not in the sim. I'll bring you more news on this plane when we get it, but from now that is it. Some really awesome news in today's video. Let me know what you've liked down below. Has it been FSTraffic or the Bf109, the F28 or the Hawker jump jet to the Harrier? Thank you so much for FSAcademy for sponsoring this video. It means I can continue to bring you Microsoft Flight Sim news at this frequency, so I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for coming along. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and check out my Amazon affiliate links for all the stuff I used to fly, film and edit. But for me today, that is all. I'll see you around. Goodbye.